everyone, I'm Liliana with Event Craft Studio, Seasonal Wreaths and Holiday Decor, and I am here today because I wanted to show you some spring wreaths. It's about to snow outside. We're getting ready for snow, and I'm like, let's look at spring stuff, right? Let's look at spring wreaths. I still have my Valentine's decor up, and I'm about to take it out because now it's looking weird. But it's time to start preparing for the next season. So, given that you may see the photos. Oops. You may see the photos of wreaths. Right? Let's look at spring wreaths. Hold on. Let me mute myself first. Okay. So even though when you go into my listings, you go into my Etsy shop or on my website, I do have a big door. I have the videos. I'm sorry, the photos of the wreaths are on a door, but still sometimes people get a little bit confused as to the way that it may look. So that's why I like to come on here and show a few of the wreaths and help you out with that. But yeah, so we're bracing for a snowstorm right now. I don't know how bad it's going to be. It's probably going to be nothing. I believe it might be like a little sprinkle. But it's better to be prepared than not ready at all. Okay, so I'm going to pin at the bottom. This is the link to my website where the wreaths are. So eventcraftstudio.com. And that will take you directly to where these spring wreaths are. Okay? So just in case you have any questions, if you're watching the replay, just put hashtag replay, come back and watch it. Just let me know if you have any questions. I know I'm like mumbling here or stuttering. But anywho, like I said, I like to come here, show you wreaths because it's always easier to see them in a video versus in a photo. And even though my Etsy shop has videos, my website does not. I could, but it's a little bit longer process. So that's why I come on here. So anywho, so let's just start showing you. I only have like 6 or 7. If there's anything that you see and you would like to see like in person, meaning here, let me know because my craft room store, well, my craft wreath storage area is on the other side and I could just grab it if there's anything that you ever want to see because that's happened. But anywho, so let me just show you the first one because it's right here. It's one of the ones that gets a lot of attention. This wreath gets a lot of attention. And it is, like I said, a spring wreath. And this is a deco mesh wreath. Now, not all deco mesh wreaths are huge. This is what I consider to be one of the big ones. Let me make sure I can see any comments. Okay. So this guy, you're looking at a little bit over 24, 25 inches. And it is a deco mesh wreath. So if you're ever looking it up, if you're wondering mesh, this is what mesh is. So it does have florals in it as well. I personally like to integrate my grapevines with mesh and my mesh with florals. So I just like to combine them all. But anywho, so it is a pink deco mesh base. You see that? With lavender mesh on top. And then we have all these pretty zinnias and baby's breath, pink baby's breath. So the white zinnias, baby's breath, and a little bit of greenery. And what I love about this wreath is that it has a sign, and the sign has what is known like a watercolor, but the ribbon matches it. Oh, these little details. So the ribbon does actually match it. So again, this is on the link, but this is if you wanted more information in regards to the size, I told you I'm stuttering today. In regards to the size and all that good stuff, it is on the link. But that is just, see, if you want to see how big it is a pretty big one. I have to get a door down here, like just a door so you guys could see them. But this gives you an idea. It is a 24-inch wreath. It's not a tiny wreath. Sometimes, like I said, I do this because you can't really tell. And it's on a hanger right now because that's how I store my wreaths. Okay, so that's number 1. Because we want spring, right? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the fact that we have winter, we have all 4 seasons, but it gets a little bit crazy. So the next one is, see how different the wreaths could be? That's why I also like to do this, is because it shows you, it's like educating you at the same time, like how different wreaths could be. So this one right here, it's pink. It has the lavender, it has flowers in it, but it's mesh and it's huge. This one is a smaller. You could actually get really big with the grapevines as well. But you have the same colors here. But look how different it is. This one's mainly florals. See that? This one has no mesh. So this guy has pink hydrangeas. It has white geraniums. And I honestly forget. It's like wildflowers. I honestly forgot the name of the other ones. a lot of greenery, but it's a smaller wreath. This one you're looking at, well, no, not really. The width is still 24 inches. It's still 24 inches in width, which is interesting, right? But it is a smaller wreath overall. So the width is smaller. Then it is made on a grapevine wreath. So this is, I want to say, it says 18. No, it's a 16-inch grapevine. And then it has the bow that complements the colors that are in the florals. But you see the difference? So when you say wreath, it could go in many, many directions. Just because you say a wreath doesn't mean that it's going to be a mesh wreath. Doesn't mean that it's Christmas. Doesn't mean that it's fall. You could take in so many directions nowadays. So again, here we have a grapevine spring wreath with pink hydrangeas. It's simple and it's pretty. And this one is not, even though the length is technically as the same as this guy, they're very big. They're very different in size. Do you see that? Because this one just has the length, the other one has the length and the width, so it's round. Okay, so that is number 2. And again, if you just go on that link, you'll see them all there in that link. Okay, so we're going to go back to another spring wreath, another spring deco mesh wreath, which is, this is one of my favorites. This is a heavy, heavy, hefty guy. It has these really gorgeous yellow ranunculus, and I believe I got these from Greenery Market, so you know their product is amazing. Pretty much all the product from this wreath came from there. So it is burlap in the back. See that? And then we have the pink mesh over it. And I did something a little bit different here because even though it's a spring wreath, I did add blue ribbon to it. But there's a reason for it. It's not just like, oh, let me add blue. It's because if you look at the sign does have these little blue berries. So I wanted to bring that out. And that is the reason why I ended up using that ribbon. And it actually works because the sign has the pink, it has blue, and it has yellow in it. So it's a little bit of a different approach than your classic like spring wreath like this guy back here. But it has more of a garden look. So I personally think that it's like fancier because of that. And also, guys, just remember, just because it's a wreath does not mean that it belongs on a door. Wreaths could go inside. I have so many of my customers where use their wreaths. I say where their over their fireplace, over a sideboard, on a over a table, an accent table. So there's so many different places. I actually had a customer who sent me a photo of a wreath she purchased over her bed. How about that one? Over her bed. And it actually looked very, very nice. So there's many, many different places that you could use these. This guy definitely, I don't know. Tell me, where would you use this? Where would you use this? Because it is a very garden. I could see this like on a porch. Like a nice spring porch. Spring looking porch, if that makes sense. Okay. So check this is definitely one of my favorites. And it's not a light one. This was actually heavier because it has so much product in it. This one's heavy. Okay. So that is the third one. What do we have next here? I'm kind of alternating. I didn't have so many, so that's why I said if you have any questions, just let me know as we go along because I have so many wreaths. If you follow me, if you follow the link, you see I have tons of wreaths. I have over 100 products on my Etsy shop right now, and that's not included what's not listed. It's around here. So if you see something you want to see, just let me know. I'll be happy to come on here and show you. Okay, so we're back to another spring grapevine. This one, these guys I just pulled out of, they were just hung, so they need a little bit of love and readjustment. But this one is just a cutie. It's a cutie. It's not small. See, it's not small, but it is when you compare them to the giant mesh wreaths that we have back here. And again, not all mesh wreaths are giant, just the ones I'm showing you happen to be. They do seem small, but it's not small. Again, this one is about 24 inches. And this is from wreath tip to wreath tip. And I'm talking about the end of the greenery to the top of of the floral. So tip to tip, it's 24 inches. It's 24 inches, so it's not small. It's not small. So that's another thing. When you're looking at the wreaths, make sure I always take a photo up close, to the sides, the details, and also all the way back from the door so you could see it. But still, I get it. You may not be so sure, but you'll see it's not small. It's not small. Meaning you're still gonna get it in a pretty big box when you receive your package. These guys just have to be a little bit adjusted. Because when I store my wreaths, and I don't know if anybody else does this, I hang them. Obviously, they're still on a hanger. And then I put a lawn bag, a clear lawn bag over them. And I hang them, and I use them on clothes hangers. So that is, again, another one on a grapevine. And this one is actually made on a smaller grapevine. But because the florals stick out, they still have the same size. Okay, so that's already 4 wreaths. Wow. I don't have that many, but I could grab more if you want. If anybody's watching, if you come on board, if you see something, let me know. Hola Luz, no sé si todavía está aquí. Hola Luz. No vi los mensajes. Ah, just noticed. Los mensajes no me estaban saliendo. Yeah, I don't get this. Sometimes the comments show up and other times they don't. Por si acaso lo ve de nuevo. Hola Luz, hola. Besos. Ok. Entonces. Hey Courtney, how are you? Oh, I forgot he was talking right now. I decided, this was like spur of the moment. I was not planning this. I'm like, you know what? I should go live. Luckily, I've only been here for how long? 11 minutes. So, and you could zoom through it because it's gonna stay here. So nice to see you here with me, and you could just watch the replay. It's gonna be quick. I only have 2 more things to see. Like I said, if anybody comes on board, I know it's an odd time to come on, but I try to come on here around this time. If you notice, I haven't been coming on live as much as I used to, and it's 2 reasons. Number one, I don't want to stay up as late as I normally do. I'm trying to scale back my going to bed late, and then number 2 is that it is cold down here. My basement is partially finished, so it's cold. And when I come down here during the live in the days, I don't want my daughter to come down here because it's a little bit too cold for her. Like, I'm constantly holding my hands because it is cold down here. So that's why it's freezing down here. So I want to start doing lives again, meaning making again. So I'm going to have to come on at 10 o'clock when my kids are sleeping. But they don't fall asleep till like 10:30. So I actually have 1, 2, 3 wreaths laid out already that I want to make for you. But that means I got to start coming on live again at night. Because I'm not going to bring... In the summertime, if you noticed last year, I was down here with her. But right now, she's upstairs. She's upstairs with Dad. That's why I'm here. Because if not, I wouldn't be here. But anywho. Alright, so here is another one. This is... I love this wreath. I love, 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 love this wreath. This wreath says, welcome to our home. It is a mesh wreath. Now, check out the sage mesh here. See, it's sage, and it has like an antique pink mesh on top as well. This is another big one. Courtney, if you're here with me, you know the size of the wreaths. You own one. So this is a biggie. This one is a little bit heavy because of the sign. The sign is an aluminum, well, metal aluminum sign. So it is that does make the wreath a little bit heavier. And also when you add so much product, when you start adding more greenery and florals to it, it starts getting heavier and heavier. Usually they don't go over 5 pounds, but this guy, because of the sign, it's a little bit, this way, this sign is a little bit heavy. So this one is made with, again, 2 different color meshes. It does have 2 different color ribbons, no, 3 different color ribbons. My favorite ribbon here, it's a classic, is this 1.5 inch ribbon that has the florals. See that? So pretty. It's like it's a natural color with the pink flowers. And this one, believe it or not, I had this bush for quite some time, and then when I bought the sign, I was like, oh my god, I know what I'm gonna do with it. And it just worked together. So I had the floral bush, I want to say for like a year or 2 before I made something with it. And I'll say that If I'm gonna give you guys a tour of my craft room one day so you can see how I don't have to buy products honestly for like years because I have so much product. But anywho, most crafters, you guys get me. Whoever's a crafter here and is here and knows and makes. Okay. All right. So that is it. That's all I took out. I only took out 6 wreaths because I wanted to show you. I know it's pretty intimidating when you see these flowers. I'm sorry, these wreaths, because you don't know. Actually, no, I have one more. I have an Easter one. I have it right here. I have more and more. I have I'll just show you. They're here, I'll just show you. So this one is an Easter one. It's still springy, but it's an Easter one. And this, I absolutely love this ribbon, which is why I used it here as well. See that? And this is Happy Easter. But it is a grapevine wreath, and it has the pink wildflowers. Has the brown sign with the bunny. And then what I love about the sign is that the colors pop because it's on a brown background. And of course, because you know, you have to coordinate the stuff. The colors of the sign, of the Happy Easter, of the text, is actually accented here. See, just little details that actually do make a lot of a difference. Now this one is a bit bigger compared to the other ones. If you look at them, you're gonna compare, right? That's why I'm here. So you can compare, get ideas of sizes. When you buy something, you don't want to be surprised. Seriously, read the description and the dimensions so you're not surprised. Even though it's on a door, the door actually gives you the best idea. I always take photos on my outside door, so any photos that you see of my wreaths, that's my house, that's my door. It's an outdoor door, so it's bigger than an inside door. So the doors that you have inside, like for your rooms, are smaller than your outdoor. So that's why I show it there, so you have a better idea of the size. See that? So here we go. It's all about informing you, educating you. Sorry, I keep going back to make sure I see comments. I'm a little bit crazy today. Keep looking at time, but I gotta pick up my son from school. Alright, so I think that is it. The last one, because it's here, and I showed this last time I was here, and it is a swag. If you know me, you know I love swags. I love lantern swags. I'm actually gonna make a lot of spring lantern swags now. I love teardrop swags. This is a teardrop swag that I made last year after having made the wreath. The wreath sold, and I love the wreath so much, so I made a coordinating lantern swag. So this is a lantern. No, actually there is a lantern swag to match this. There's a lantern swag that goes with it, but this is a teardrop swag. See that? I mean, this screams farmhouse summer, modern farmhouse. And you know what's funny? It's funny because I don't know how many people are here. I was going to keep a lantern swag that I made, and I was gonna keep it. I finally said, like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this because my post outside still has a Valentine's Day. I'm like, you know what? Let's go neutral instead of going spring right now because it's still snowing. And it sold. And I was like, really? I was gonna keep it. So anywho, so the one that sold matches this wreath right here. So you're probably familiar with this wreath. This wreath, even though on Etsy it doesn't show as a bestseller, it really is. I've already sold quite a few of this one. And this is also the wreath that we're making on Saturday for the class. So I had a matching lantern swag for this that I was gonna keep, and it sold. Actually should be delivered today. So this wreath, since I'm already here, like I said, I have 2 available right now. I have a few kits available, and we're going to make it during our virtual class on Saturday. So Saturday 2 p.m. It will be too late for you to order a kit from me and receive it in time for Saturday's class. But if you want to use your own materials, there is a list that is provided. And I also I tried making a video of what the materials were. I haven't been able to post it because of technical stuff, but I did make a supply list with photos as well, just because the first time that we did it, we had a few wreath newbies and they didn't have the correct materials. But we're going to be making this on Saturday. We're going to be making it virtual on Zoom. So I started doing that last month, doing it again on Saturday, and we're going to do it every month. So how cool is it that we could see each other, we could talk to each other, you could ask questions. That's my new thing that I've been wanting to do, and we're going to start doing every month. So pretty exciting. Anywho, so this wreath had a matching swag and it's sold. So maybe I'll make a new one, I don't know. But the wreath is on my website. Or you can make it yourself, buy the kit and make it yourself. I think that is it. I don't know the direction that the comments are going. But that is it. If you have any questions, just feel free to pop them in the comments. I'll come back. If there's any wreaths that you want to see, please let me know. I'm still here for another couple of seconds. Or just let me know here and then I'll come back and do this again. I try to show mainly spring. I have a lot more. If you go on the website, you'll see that there's a lot more wreaths that I only showed like six or seven. There are a lot more wreaths, and we also have Easter. Easter's coming up, and summer. I have some of my colleagues, my counterparts have already been selling St. Patrick's Day. I don't have St. Patrick's Day, but they've been selling. I sold a. I don't know if anybody was with me last year. I made a teardrop swag, of course, and it was a tropical one. It's gone. It got sold, and it's snowing outside, and we sold the summer teardrop swag, the pink one with the aquas. That was a gorgeous. Well, it is a gorgeous one, but yeah, it's already gone. So, again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you for being here with me. I love coming on to talk to you, to teach you things, and to show you, because more information helps you, of course, especially when you're making purchases. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have an amazing weekend. It's already coming up, and stay warm. If you're in the Northeast, we're going to get snow again. So stay warm, and I'll see you Saturday, whoever's joining me. Take care. Bye.